All right, let's go over the study guide for Unit 6. And some of this, like I said, if it's got asterisks, that means we're going to work on that later. It won't be on this next test, okay, but it will be on your DIA. So a circle has a diameter of 12 inches. What is the area of the circle? So again, an area is, let me get my tool. Area is pi r squared. So we need the radius. If the diameter is 12, the radius equals 6. It's half of that. So area equals r squared, which is 36 pi. And that is done. All right, the shaded area in the next one. So we've got a area of 11 squared times pi. So 121 pi. 7 squared times pi, 49 pi. We need to take the large one minus the smaller one, and that's going to give us 72 pi. And if you turn that to a decimal, you will have 226. Okay. Wheel of Fortune is 12 feet wide and is split into 24 equal sections. A player lands on 9 of those during the game show. The total area of the sections the player landed on. So 12 feet wide means a radius of 6. Area equals pi r squared. 36 pi is the area of the entire wheel. And we're interested in 9 out of 24 sections. Okay, multiply that in your calculator, you're going to get 42.4 feet squared is the units, and that would be rounding to the nearest tenth. The area of the parallelogram. Okay, we need to find the height. Well, yeah, find the length of the height. So we need to find this is the height that we're looking for. So area equals base times height. If the area is 1,224 and the base is 36, we're going to solve for the height. So I'm simply going to divide both sides by 36. Height would equal 1224 divided by 36, and that equals 34. Find the area and perimeter of the following figure. All right, so we need to draw, basically turn this into a rectangle and a triangle. So this part right here is 12.3. So the rectangle is going to be 12.3 times 6.8. That's base times height. And that turns out to be 83.64. Okay, then the triangle, this would be 6.8, and this part right here would be 17.2 minus 12.3, which is 4.9. Okay. So the area of that triangle is, let me write that, the area of the triangle, this is of the rectangle, area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height. Okay, that all turns out to be 16.66. Add these two together and you get a total area of 100.3 for the whole shape. 100.3, that would be meters squared. And then to get the perimeter, I would also need to know this part right here. All right, so to get that, I've got a right triangle right here. So I'm going to do 4.9 squared, Pythagorean theorem, plus 6.8 squared equals that side squared. All right, so do all that in your calculator. 4.9 squared plus 6.8 squared equals 70.25. And then that equals, let's go ahead and get that a value of x. I need to take the square root of both of those to find just x. So the missing side is 8.38. Okay, so this is 8.38. And then the perimeter would be adding up all of those sides. So I'm going to have 6.8 plus 12.3 plus 8.38 plus 4.9. Add all that up and you're going to get, oops, I'm sorry. That shouldn't be 4.9. This is 17.2, the whole side down. The whole entire side. So 6.8, 12.3, 8.3, 17.2. All of that comes out to be 44.68. And that would be just meters because that's a linear measure. So this is perimeter. And this is the area. Okay. All right, so for today we are skipping number 6 and 7. Let's go to number 8. All right, the area of this, so we've got a rectangle that's simply going to be 12 times 6, and that is 72. Then the area of this half of a circle. So if this is 6, the radius is 3. Area equals pi r squared, so 9 pi. Put that in your calculator, but it is a half a circle, so divide it in 2. And you get 14.1. And add that to your 72, and you get 86.1. And that's going to be centimeters squared. Okay, next one. Area of the figure. We have, if this other side is 8, then we've got 3 there. This must be 5 centimeters right there. So the rectangle is 8 times 5 is 40. And the little triangle, we have a right angle here, so we got a base of 5. So area equals 1/2 base of 5 times height of 5. Half of 25 is 12.5. And area of the rectangle was 40. Add them together and we get 52.5. Okay. Number 10, find the area and the perimeter of the following parallelogram. All right, let's knock out perimeter first. If this is 15, this would be 15. And that would be 30. So that's going to be pretty straightforward. 60, 60 and 60, 15 and 15, total of 90 all the way around. So perimeter equals 90. The area, I'm going to need to know the height, which is this area right here. You can draw it there, you can draw it here. We've got 45 degrees here, so I need to use trig. So this is the opposite side, this is the hypotenuse. That means that it is the sine of 45 equals opposite. We're going to put a value of x there over hypotenuse of 15. And that turns out to be x equals 10.6. All right. The area then would be 30 times 10.6, and that equals 318 feet squared. All right, that's number 10. And we're skipping 11 for now, so going to 12. And the area of this composite figure. All right, so let's break this up. We've got a half of a circle and a triangle, making our little snow cone here. We can count. This is luckily on the grid, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across. Means our radius is 4. All right, so we have a radius of 4, area equals pi r squared. 16 pi is the semicircle, however, that's the whole circle. Don't forget to divide it in half. Okay, so this part right here is 8 pi. And then the snow cone, the cone part, we need a height. Area is 1/2, base of 8 times height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's going to equal 36. All right, put that in your calculator, add up 36 plus 8 pi, and altogether your area should be 86.3. Okay, and number 13. You could do this a couple different ways. They give you the altitude, so that's going to go from point A down to -2, -1 right here. So they're saying that this is the height of the triangle. Okay, you can do it this way. You're going to have to use distance formula to get the height of the length of the altitude and the length of the base. So that's one way to do it. The other way is to go ahead and look at this as go ahead and fill in the box. It's kind of hard on this grid because it's kind of hard to count things. So let's just go ahead and do the way I think they intend for you to do this. So the length of A, well, let's just name this. We'll give this point D. Okay, we're going to call this point D. So AD, all right. From A to D, we're going to do distance formula. We're just going to use coordinates because it's kind of hard to count on this grid. Other than that, you'd have to re-graph it on something with the grid. All right, so we're going to have distance formula is, I'm going to do y minus y, x minus x, 6 squared plus 6 squared, 36 plus 36, square root of 72. Okay, then the length of AC, which is the base. Nope, it should be BC. BC, my bad, right here. Okay, so let's look at those coordinates. So from B to C, we've got -5 minus 1 squared. We've got 2 minus a -4 squared. -6 squared is 36. 6 squared is 36. And another square root 72. So base area equals 1/2 base square root 72 times height square root 72, and square root of 72 times square root of 72 is just going to be 72, so 1/2 of 72, and that's going to equal 36. Okay, so that's got that one. Let me see, are we done? Nope, not quite. All right, so we've got a room in your house that is a wall that is 15 by 9. We've got the door, so let's just say the wall, the entire wall area is going to be 9 times 15. That's 135. The door is 4.8. So let's see what that is. Door 4 by 8. Okay. The window is 3 by 5. 3 by 2, sorry. Okay. And you're only going to be painting this part. Right? You're going to have just this much painted. So we need to find the area of the whole thing, subtract the door and the window, and then find out how much wall that is. So the wall that will be painted, okay, so that's 135 minus 32 minus 6, that's going to end up being 97. So 97 is the part of the wall that's going to be painted. And then it says how many quarts of paint will she need to buy if 1 quart will cover 20 square feet. So we're going to divide this 20 feet per can. That turns out to be 4.85 gallons. However, you can't buy just 4.85 of a gallon, so you're going to need to go ahead and purchase 5 gallons to paint the room. Okay, we're going to do problems like number 15 later, but we can do this one now. Estimate the area of this. So again, you can break this up either way, it wouldn't matter. So I'm going to chop it up this way. Okay. So this was going to be a 9 by 20 rectangle. 9 times 20, that's 180. This one is going to be, well, if the whole distance is 20, and take away 8, so this is going to be 12 right here. All right, and 12 times 9, if all of it's 18, then this would just be 9. So 12 times 9 is 108. So add those together. 180 plus 108 is going to give you 288. And we don't have a unit of measure, so 288 units is what we're looking for there. And that is your study guide for Unit 6 without polygons. All right, have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye.